company is a successful firm engaged in job manufacturing. However, in the last few years, they are losing their market share. Based on Leonard Briner, president and manager of Briner Company, their company using a false costing method, while Chuck Davis CMA, the firm's controller, has a different point of view. Here are their conversations.
Good morning, Mr. Chuck. How have you been?
Good morning, Mr. Leonard. I'm good. How are things going, Mr. Leonard?
Everything is going fine, Mr. Chuck. But as you know, our firm has been losing market share over the past 2 years. We have been losing more and more bids, and I don't understand why. At first, I thought other firms were undercutting simply to gain business. But after examining some of the public financial reports, I believe that they are making a reasonable rate of return. I am beginning to believe that our costs and costing methods are at fault.
I can agree with that. We have good control over our costs. Like most firms in our industry, we use a normal job costing system, and I really don't see any significant was in the plan.
After talking with some other managers at a recent industrial convention, I'm not so sure that waste by itself is the issue. They talk about activity-based management, activities-based costing, and continuous improvement. They mention the use of something called activity drivers to assign overhead. They claim that these new procedures can help produce more efficiency in manufacturing, better control of overhead, and more accurate product costing. A big deal was made of eliminating activities that added no value. Maybe our bids are too high because these other firms have found ways to decrease their overhead costs and to increase the accuracy of their product costing.
I adopt it. For one thing, I don't see how we can increase product costing accuracy. So many of our costs are indirect costs. Furthermore, everyone uses some measure of production activity to assign for overhead costs. I imagine that what they are calling activity drivers is just some new buzzword for measure of production volume. Facts in, costing come and go. I wouldn't worry about it. I'll bet that our problem with decreasing sales are temporary. You might recall that we experienced a similar problem about 12 years ago. It was 2 years before it straightened out.
Thank you, Mr. Cha. I will consider your opinion and advice. Let's set another time to discuss this with other managers.
Sure. Thank you, Mr. Leonard.
Hi guys!
Hi.
Guys, do you agree or disagree with Chuck Davis and the advice that he gave Leonard Briner?
Chuck has a point, but I disagree with him because he is sharing a common point of view. He hasn't taken the time to understand exactly what activity based management and costing are attempting to achieve, so he can provide a true assessment of their possible benefits.
I agree with you, Jay.
Cindy, based on your opinion, was there anything wrong or unethical in the behavior that Chuck displayed?
In my opinion, Chuck acts improperly or unethically because he is a certified management accountant who can retain professional experience by continually learning and acquiring new skills. Accounting professionals are taught a variety of ethical technical conducts, and I think he should have used a variety of strategies to increase the company's earnings, but he didn't. Every company hires an accountant to help them to analyze the product costing and also enhance the accuracy of the product to eliminate bad suppliers that supply defective components. The cost of purchase determines the selling of the product. If the acquisition cost is low and the components are of high quality, then the product will be sold. After being shipped to the consumers, these types of products will meet their needs.
That's a good answer, Jen. By the way, do you think that Chuck was well informed, that he was aware of what the accounting application of activity-based costing were, and that he knew what was meant by cost drivers? Should he have been well informed? Would you review the first category of the standard of ethical conduct for management accountants, and do any of the standards apply in Chuck's case?
For me, Chuck was lack of knowledge and was ignorant of the accounting implications of activity-based costing as well as cost drivers. But he needs to be well in cost drivers because cost drivers are an operation that is critical for units and also overall cost. Cost drivers help to increase the demand from the customer. And yes, I would like to apply the ethical behavior concept to management accounting because accounting professionals deal with accounting implications on a daily basis and employs experience and skills. Each cost accounting professionals learns different types of cost control for ethical conduct.
Wow. I think we have the same opinion about the video. And we finished with the assignment. Thank you, girls.
Thank you
See
guys.
you
Bye
again.
bye.